There's a story that, is very, disturbing. And this isn't really the first time this has happened to anyone in our community, whether it's male or female. Some of the things that these race soldiers are doing out here, if they didn't have that badge on, they would be in prison. You have some certified predators that become race soldiers. Certified. And a lot of them are no different than freaking Jeffrey Dahmer in the area of their perversion, their murderous, thirst they have for black people. No different. Just Jeffrey Dahmer just wasn't a police. Well, you got this story out of Milwaukee that's going around social media right now. I don't know if it was, it's just this year. I tried to find the clip, the full, on the website. I can't find it anywhere. I mean, I've searched up and down and all around. I don't know if they scrubbed it, but this is the clip that's going around. And, I want you to listen to this, sick crap that these, white supremacist race soldiers have been doing to not only black men, but even black boys.
He pulled out my pants, touched my testicles. They like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. He pulled my drawers down and dug in my rectum.
The alleged victims keep coming forward. 8 Milwaukee police officers are under internal investigation, accused of performing illegal strip searches, including cavity searches on the streets. Were they wearing any gloves?
No, I didn't see not one. There was no gloves.
Kevin Freeman Jr. claims back in December he and some friends were violated.
Now that child's a baby. He's a little baby. You see that. I mean, boy, these people, I'm telling y'all, oh my God, these people are evil. And they deserve every curse of God. They deserve every hoodoo curse, whatever you want to say. They deserve it all. That's why I get mad when I see these stories in the African continent talking about they using witchcraft and all this stuff on each other. I'm like, why aren't you using this witchcraft and everything else you're using? Why don't you use it on these white supremacists to get them off your back? You know what I'm saying? Why not use it then? Why you using it on each other?
During a traffic stop.
When they searched me, they like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. And I try to reach back and when I try to reach back and try to stop them, they just got to slam me.
Now, this only clip that's out right now. Like I said, I wanted the full thing, but that's enough for me. I don't need to have any more details than that. There's other videos that's out that, I found, this has been a common practice, what they have been doing to black men, basically buck breaking. You see, on the plantation, these people were very, very wicked. Okay. And we talked about a lot, of course, what happened to the sisters on the plantation. Now, Tariq Nasheed made a documentary, talking about buck breaking and the different things they did to, black men and boys on the plantation. And the white supremacists definitely didn't like that at all, because they don't want you to tell the truth about who they are and what they do. If you go and study their history, they always have been doing things like that, even with children all the way back in Europe. So when we got into contact with these people, none of that, has changed. This is who they are, freaking predators. But they target these brothers out here, in these communities, that, are struggling or low income, just doing because they feel that, well, we can get away with that. Because I've been doing this stuff for like years. And one thing I noticed that they target, black men and boys for sure, and women also and girls in lower income communities. I've never seen a doctor's kid, a lawyer's kid who's black. I've never seen them target them like that. And usually the reason why they don't target them, not because they don't, they think they're better or something like that. No, because they know they got resources to fight. They don't know who they know. They don't know who they connected to. They don't know anything. But they know that these, poor, black people in certain communities that, hey, I can get away with it because they don't have no resources. A lot of them scared to go say something. I can intimidate them. I can do all kind of things. You go back to people like Daniel Holtzclaw that violated all those black women. It's a lot of these freaking predators running around America. And, this story, like I say, just so sickened me to the core, because these are men and boys, okay? And for another grown man, fondling you like that, putting his fingers and hands all on you like that, and they got you handcuffed and you can't do anything about it. I mean, like the sickos, man. And it's kind of like like that little video I saw with the little girl say, I hate it here. And that's what it is for me. Like I said, for me, America is not a bad place. You ain't got to deal with the white supremacists, because them other groups, yeah, they got their issues and problems or whatever. Them other groups are light work. They are not anything for us to really be concerned about. And then the moment we push back on them, they back down so quick. So we see that. But these white supremacists, man, like I said, life is happening and God is happening at the same time. This is why he's not allowing them to reproduce the way they so concerned about reproducing. And the day gonna come, they're not gonna be in control of this place. But for me, for my mental health, I always say that I gotta travel. I cannot just stay here and be dealing with putting up with these people. Even because, like I said, for this happening to these brothers, right? This affects me. This bothers me because these are my brothers. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care what position I'm in. If it happens to the least of them, it happens to all of us, right? Don't ever think that you're so high and mighty that you may not even have to deal with any issues or problems like that. If something happens to the sisters, it bothers me because they're part of my community. It's always going to bother me. And I hate this junk because I know as a man, you want to take this dude out for even doing some crap like that. But a lot of these jokers running around are freaking LGBT. And then this is the problem. They got some LGBT predators running around these freaking police departments. The police chief covers for them. The sergeant covers for them. The police unions cover for them. You never hear them come out and say, unless they just got them on some camera, got them dead to rights, all of that. You know what I'm saying? They don't do nothing about it unless they got them. And then when people turn up in the street and when you have an uprising, oh, why the black people are out there acting that way? It's a better way of doing that. It is not a better way of doing it, because even Martin Luther King told you that basically uprising is the language of the unheard. That's all it is. When black folks are telling you, hey, get your police, man. Look at these predators you got running around here. Look at these murders you got running around here. You don't do nothing about it until they do it to the right one and it's on camera, and then people are pissed off. You understand what I'm saying? This is why I hate about the black pilot. Where's your black politicians that should be screaming and yelling about this? Where's the freaking NAACP? It's all these organizations that get this money. Where's the Urban League? Where's the National Action Network? Where's all our so-called organizations? Where's the Congressional Black Caucus? Where are they at on this issue? You know what I'm saying? All y'all sitting up here in Washington and getting all this money, government money and everything else. But when it's time to be really out here fighting for black people, especially that Congressional Black Caucus, they never come out and say a thing for black people. Nothing at all. No matter what thing that happened to black people, unless the Democrat Party say, okay, you can say something for black people. What is the purpose of a Congressional Black Caucus when we got things like this going on? They should be outraged at seeing this. They should be going in about this. They should be like, oh no, we drafting up some laws today. Because this is not, no, we can do something at the congressional level. These freaking Congressional Black Caucus members are so scary. They scary. Like, listen, everybody, Black America will be behind them so much. I will even support them if they'll be speaking up for our people in unison and saying, no, this is not how this is going to go down. But all of them as a collective has sold out. The majority of them are Boule members. And if they're not Boule members, they immigrants. And immigrants in the Boule too. And I have nothing against my immigrant brothers and sisters. I don't. But what I say about immigrants, they purposely pick them because they don't have the connection to this soil and what we go through. I'm not saying they didn't deal with nothing in their own homeland, but they purposely do that. Look at the situation with Obama. They purposely wanted him. We haven't had we had a Black American first lady. We've had that, but I'm talking about a Black American come from here, descendant from here. We haven't had that as a president yet. Look at Kamala. She don't have that kind of background. They make sure, even they talk about, Wes Moore, he won. Okay, but Westmore don't have our background. So the Democrat Party, what I see, they don't want somebody with our background. And if they do have our background, they got to be a sold out Boulay member. Who gonna stand up and say something about what's going on in Milwaukee with our brothers here? Because this isn't right. The community has to take a stand and say something about this. I don't care when this happened. It could happen yesterday. It could happen a year ago, 5 years ago. I don't even care at this point. What's going to happen? Because they have not stopped doing this. They have not. Because they can get away with it. They will continue to get away with it. This is, oh man, oh my God, I'm glad I'm getting out of here for 2 weeks. Oh, I'm so glad I'm getting out of this country for 2 weeks, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I'll be so happy to get out of here for my mental health. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on the podcast. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. That way we post another podcast. Click the like button. Is very, very important. But we got to start, definitely, speaking up more on these issues that we're seeing, what our brothers and sisters are going through. That's part of what we do here, on our podcast. As always, make sure we speak up with what's going on, and we'll see you on the next one.